my gosh. We need to make more short films. Do you have any ideas?
No. Oh, wait a second. I know what I can do. I'm gonna ask Grok. Have you heard of Grok? Do you know Grok?
I have heard of Grok. I cannot believe you're asking Grok. We're a creative YouTube channel. We make short films, and you're asking Grok?
Well, yeah, I'm uncreative, untalented, and genuinely stupid. Why shouldn't I ask something to come up with my own ideas for me? Isn't that the point? I don't have to think.
Are you kidding me? The poor, what will they think?
Oh, they'll eat it up like good piggies. Eat up the slop. That's right. I'm back to normal. I'm not stupid anymore. And today we are talking about,
Artificial intelligence.
if that's what you can even call it, because it's not very intelligent.
Artificial dominance.
Wow.
Artificial dumb.
Incompetence. Go watch that film.
Artificial stupidness.
Yeah, we're talking about AI and its place or lack thereof in the film and television industry and just any creative industry ever. Artwork, creating artwork that you see on people's Instagram or whatever. You see, walk past some market stall and you're like, I can tell that wasn't made by a human. It's terrible and it's everywhere, unfortunately.
Even in Coca-Cola advertisements.
Oh my
Remember
God.
The Christmas Coca-Cola advertisement from last year?
So, just to start off, AI doesn't actually think. It doesn't actually come up with anything. It just looks at what does already exist, be that articles, artwork, videos, and it just kind of amalgamates it into like a sloppy piece of like the most average in the mathematical sense, where it's like the most common elements, and it looks like what it should look like rather than what it does look like. It has no logic. It doesn't know. Back in the day, it didn't know that humans had 5 hands. It just knew that there was a kind of a blob with things coming off the end of it, and that's how it ended up looking like that. And it's obviously a lot better now, unfortunately, but it doesn't actually generate ideas for itself. It's all people prompting it and telling it where to steal from.
It makes it look uncanny.
It does. You can always tell when something isn't real. Either it sounds off or it looks off. People move in unusual ways because, again, there's no understanding of how things are supposed to be. It's just picking up what everything else looks like.
Yeah, and it always, in many AI-generated videos, the lighting is so perfect, and you can always tell from the lighting. Bam, that's AI. And thank you to the Supreme Court. Did you hear the Supreme Court in the United States, the SCOTUS, has ruled that AI art cannot be copyrighted.
Oh wow,
Thank you, Supreme Court.
We're talking about this because we recently saw a filmmaker who we're not going to name, but they probably know who they are. They were putting stuff on YouTube advocating for the use of AI in storyboarding and like filling in and fixing shots from their own film that they've already created.
And surprise, surprise, you wouldn't believe it, but the video was in fact sponsored by this AI company.
What?
What?
What? Yeah, coming up with ideas, storyboards, writing is, personally, it's my favorite part of making a film, is coming up with the ideas beforehand. Why would you choose to join a creative industry if you're not going to come up with anything yourself and you're just going to outsource it to a machine? Mm-hmm. It's pretty silly.
I remember when AI was first getting very usable as a tool, it actually became practical.
Accessible, yeah.
People were saying like, oh, well, this will be great. We can create storyboards and, reference images and all that. And this was something this person in this video said. But I just wonder, at what point does someone create a storyboard for their film, and then in their brain, they're not actually making their own film. They're just copying what the AI has made in the storyboard. It's like, it's tainting your pure artistic vision of a film.
It has no idea what you're thinking, so how can it translate what's in your head onto the page or the screen?
It's like Flint, Michigan's water. Your film has turned into Flint, Michigan.
Well, speaking of water, it literally does that to water. It pollutes water, and it, not to get woke or anything, but it's really bad for the environment, guys.
And the price of hard drives is too expensive. All you gamers, we need to rise up and kill these AI companies by not using their products.
If you're ever in an Instagram comment section and you see a GIF that says, one stick of RAM
Absolute
costs
cinema.
$500 because of this. It's because of AI.
Yeah.
Ignore that.
Ignore
what
the
just happened.
light that just went out.
That's pretty good timing. Seeing like the seams in things, the grittiness and the clunkiness of people's human-made projects is how you can tell actual effort was put in. You don't need to use AI to save money or whatever your excuse is, because sometimes those limitations are what inspire you to come up with a different solution that might have been better in the end than the original thing was. And you can tell, why should we as the audience watch your thing or read your whatever if you haven't bothered to put any effort in? Why should we bother if you haven't?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The limitations you have as an amateur filmmaker, it shouldn't be an excuse to say, oh, well, I'll just use AI to do this since I can't do it myself. Think of things like the Doctor Who intro,
Yeah, you could
from
learn.
1963, Star Wars, the TIE fighters flying
Oh.
around in space.
Oh my
You
God.
think they didn't have CGI back in 1977? They had
Yeah.
to figure out a way that they could make that effect work.
And it looks really good still.
And as an amateur filmmaker, you should be doing the same thing. Of course, it's harder because we don't have a huge budget, but there are still creative workarounds to things,
See, okay,
problems.
a story just from my own life in the last couple of days. We were talking about this week I watched. We decided I needed a new logo because the current one isn't exciting enough. You might have seen it by the time this video comes out. I have no
So
idea.
you used Grok to create a
Yeah,
new
so
logo?
I used ChatGPT to come up with a new logo. No, I went into Blender, and realizing that I didn't know how to do it, I looked up a YouTube video and someone taught me how to do it. A real human showed me how to do it, and I followed that, and now I know.
What the heck?
And you also showed me. You're a real human, or aren't you?
I am a real. Well, some people say some people say I'm not.
Wow, is that
Very
real?
robotic.
If you're using AI to do things that other people could be doing, then you're contributing to jobs being taken over, basically. I don't know.
This point is less applicable to people like us because we're a small
Yeah.
channel. We
So
don't
we have to do everything.
we don't
already.
actually employ people.
Yeah.
But perhaps you walk into a supermarket, a popular supermarket chain in Australia, and you see the Easter sign and it has a AI generated bunny rabbit on it.
What?
And you think that is a 3D artist could have made that rabbit and it would have looked way better.
Yeah.
And also the Easter bunny's name is not Cinnamon.
I still don't get the correlation there.
Coles, what the flip?
Oh, you named
Sue us.
Don't use it to replace jobs because you're going to put the whole thing out of business.
Jobs are important and we need the economy thriving for the stock market.
Yeah.
And AI companies aren't even turning a profit, and the AI bubble's going to burst, and the great melt-up will begin.
Wow.
Buy
That's-
assets.
That's all I have to say, at least. I've said a lot.
Think of all the films. Terminator.
Oh, wow.
AI is bad. Alien. The AI is bad.
Yeah.
AI is bad, and we've used it in the past when it first was popular.
Oh, we did. Yeah.
ChatGPT 2023. We made a film. The story, not the whole script, was created using AI.
Because we wanted it to sound robotic.
One of
Didn't
the
we?
characters was voiced by AI. It was Joe Biden's AI
Oh,
voice.
true.
He's still alive, surprisingly.
That is surprising. This is the end.
Thank you all for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you hate AI, don't forget to like and subscribe and
Yeah.
leave a comment, please, and share with your friends and family. Your uncle Steve, who's on Facebook sharing AI generated
Oh, my
images of
God.
Donald Trump going to people's houses and giving them money.
One of your parents who's doing a university course and decides to write everything with ChatGPT. What?
Fail.
Fail.
Boomer Sooners. See y'all later.
That's a wrap.
Subscribe.